Hello students, we are back again. The sums, if you remember, like simple interest, in our last class we were discussing about simple interest, and I had given you some questions. And if you straight jump to this video, what I would request you to do is go to the previous video, get some information about simple interest, and then come back to this. I had given two questions, and here is the solution. The question was, as far as I remember, Ram deposited rupees 1 lakh at the rate of 10% for 10 years. How much money will he receive? Something like that. And the solution is, here is the solution. So what I've done is I've already solved to save the time. Now here I've written solution and principal, rate, time. So we take the given information. Now he deposited. So this is the initial amount of money. So the initial amount of money is the principal. So this is the principal, and rate 10%. For 10 years, so that becomes our time. So we take the given information, principal, rate, time. So principal is this, rate is this, and time is 10 years. So how much money will he receive after 10 years? So how much money will he receive? That means he needs to get back his money, the money that he deposited, and the extra money. The extra money, we call it interest. So he needs to get his money and he needs to get the interest. So he needs to get principal and he needs to get the interest. So principal and interest together is the amount. So we need to find amount. Amount is equals to question mark. And in order to find amount, we need principal and we need interest. So we have the principal, 100,000 or 1 lakh rupees, and we need to find interest. So in order to find interest, we know the formula. Simple interest is equals to principal times time times rate upon 100. So now what we do is we put the value. The principal is 100,000, 1 lakh, into time is 10 years, times rate is 10%. So here, and then upon 100. So when we solve this, 0, 0, 0, 0, we can cancel this because it's one term. Okay, and in one term we can always do the cancellation. So we cancel this. So what we have is left. This is our simple interest. That is 100,000 or 1 lakh is the simple interest. So after 10 years, Ram, who deposited the money, is getting 1 lakh rupees as interest. Now to find amount, we need principal and we need interest. We have interest, we have principal. So simply what we do is we put the value. So amount is equals to, first amount is equals to principal plus interest, and amount because we are finding amount is equals to principal. So we know the principal plus interest, we found the interest, and then when we add this to, therefore he will receive 2 lakh rupees at the end of 10 years. So this was the first question, and we have second question. I will not write the question, and what I'll do is I'll do the solution. Okay, so here we go. Now this second question was, Ram deposited rupees 50,000 in a bank. So if you remember, Ram deposited, so deposit, that means that becomes our principal. Can you see this? I'll try to write it bigger. Principal, principal, bracket P is equals to 50,000, rupees 50,000. Because that was the initial amount of money. And then solution, solution, can you, yeah. So solution, principal is this much, and then in a bank at the rate. So rate is equals to 7%. And in how many years will he receive 67,500? So what is 67,500? So he is receiving the entire money after certain years. So that means he is receiving all his money. So that means principal and interest together. So 67,500 is our amount. 67,500. Now this is similar to the question that we had done in our previous class. Now principal is 50,000, rate is 7%, and because the question is telling in how many years will he receive 67,500, that means we don't know. We know his principal, he deposited this much, but after how many years will he receive this? So after certain years he will receive this, that means he will also receive this and extra money. So this and extra money together is this. Because if you remember, at the end of the transaction, or after a certain period of time, he will receive, not only he won't only receive, he will not only receive the interest, but he will also receive the money that he had deposited. That means he had deposited 50,000, he will receive that and the extra money also. So together, the principal and the extra money together, or interest together, is amount. So that's why we write this as an amount, because it is the amount. Now, so in how many years? That means time is equals to question mark. Now, what we do is, in order to find time, we had done two formulas. If you remember, one is simple interest is equals to P times T times R upon 100, and another amount is equals to P plus I. Now here, in order to find time, we need to work with this formula. And so in order to work with this formula, we don't have simple interest, we don't have time, so we don't have two variables. So it's difficult to get the solution when we don't have the value of two variables in one equation. Okay, so what we do is, can we find, we don't have, we have principal, we have rate, but we don't have time and we don't have simple interest. So from this question, can we find simple interest or can we find time? So time we cannot find until and unless we don't know simple interest. So let's try to find simple interest. Can we find simple interest? Now simple interest is equals to, using this given information. So we have principal, we have rate, we have amount. So is there any relation with simple interest from these things? Yes, if you remember, amount is equals to principal and interest together. So what we can do is, now amount is equals to principal plus interest, or amount, we have amount 67,500 is equals to 50,000 plus interest. Okay, now we can find interest. So when we send 50,000 to the other side, okay, we can subtract that, or 67,500 minus 50,000 will give us interest. Therefore, interest is equals to, I'll write here, therefore interest is equals to 17,500 after the subtraction. Now we have interest. We need to find time. So you can use the formula for time, or you can, I'll write the direct formula as well. First, the formula that we learned, simple interest is equals to P into T into R upon 100, or we have simple interest, so we put the value of simple interest 17,500 rupees. I forgot the unit here, rupees, is equals to P is 50,000 times T times R upon 100. Now this is dividing. When it comes to the other side, it will multiply, or 17,500 times 100. This is multiplying. So when it comes this side, it will divide. TR, I think we have R. R is 7%. Okay, 7%, and then this will multiply, this will divide. So this is going to divide 50,000, and this 7 will also divide because it is multiplying here, times 7 is equals to T. Therefore, T is equals to, you solve this, and then you are going to get the solution. And it should always be in years. Remember that time should always be in years. So whatever, after you cancel this, whatever you get, write it down here. Okay? Okay, I'll just solve it. 2020, 2020. Now we have 175 upon 5 times 7. 7 ones are, 7 twos are 14. So 3 goes that side, 35. 7 fives are 35, and 5 ones are, 5 fives are. Therefore, time is equals to 5 years. And then at the end we will write, the question was, in how many years will he receive 67,000? Therefore, he will receive 67,500 in 5 years. So that is the solution of our previous questions. And if you have any queries, you can ask in our Facebook. You can search for Facebook account. I'll write. We have opened a Facebook so that you can put your questions there. You can take a picture of your solution and you can post it there. But make sure whenever you write or you post or you comment or you ask any questions in Facebooks, make sure that you have your profile picture in it and you mention your name and your class. We want to confirm that it's a student. It's okay, like if some other students, some students from other school, they have questions, they can ask, but at least we should know, like who's the student or who's the one asking questions. We don't have problem like some other students asking questions, but at least we need to know. So make sure that you mention your name and your class and then your questions. So for Facebook, what you need to do is either you search for JOSEPH, Joseph space Tara, or you can search by email, and the email address for Facebook is JOSEPH, Joseph, KOKOTARA, Tara, HAMI, josephkotarahami, all together, no space, at gmail.com. Thank you, students. Enjoy and carry on with the lessons. If you have problems, as promised, as we said, we will do anything and everything that is possible. Okay, take care, stay safe, bye bye.